Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just doing a little compilation video of some older artworks and soap videos just for visual interest because I wanted to talk about a topic that I think might be a little offbeat, but something that I've thought about a lot over the years. So I'm just going to put it out there that if you aren't aware by now, I am a creative type. With that comes a whole host of different thinking. It can be anything from how we operate on a day-to-day basis, how we interpret text and email, and how we relate to other people. If you're a creative like me, you probably can relate to a lot of what I'm about to say. So I've taken a lot of those personality type tests to see where my strengths and weaknesses lie. And for Myers-Briggs, I am an INFP. The color test, which I don't know if a lot of people use this one, but I'm a blue on that. And a 369 on the Enneagram. And there's more, but those are the most popular ones, I think. And obviously, if you take any of those tests, and I'll link them below if you're interested in taking them for yourself. If you take them, you'll come out of it knowing that you're not going to fit precisely into that single box. Myers-Briggs is praised for containing a diverse set of results, and Enneagram is praised for similar reasons, but in all, I've noticed that I don't exactly fit in every characteristic presented to me. With all that said, I've also taken the love languages test. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that most people that take the love languages test are pretty much solid in those traits their entire life. A lot of it can stem from childhood and such as well. However, what if your love language changes? I think it can. It may not change for a lot of people, but as human beings, we journey through life and experience a vast variety of trials and joys that our personalities will morph and adapt over time. This can be true for any of the personality types, really, because when I was young, I used to be very outgoing and extroverted, as it were. That's not so much the case anymore, but we didn't really take personality traits when I was in school. The reason I bring up love languages is because that is kind of adjacent to what I've been thinking about lately. So when I take the love language test, my results are high and split, with one-on-one time and acts of service with words of affirmation a close third. The very last on my list is gifts. There are members of my family that fall into the gifts category, but I know that is also probably a popular one as well. The quiz also infers that the way in which you show appreciation and love is how you'd like to receive it. That is where I feel like an anomaly. See, I like to show people appreciation through gifts, but ironically, it scored abysmally low on my results. I don't know why I do this, but maybe it has something to do with my state of mind, as I brushed on earlier. The gifts I give aren't lavish by any means, nor are they just random things I think someone might like. Usually, they're expressions of my art when I'm thinking about someone specific. So, let me give you a small example. And, this isn't, an extravagant thing by any means, so this is just a small example. So, in 6th grade, I got this needlework pen from my mom. I thought it was pretty cool, and I played around with it a lot. So in class, we learned what a mnemonic was, and we were tasked with creating one. My teacher at the time, her name was Mrs. Weiss, and she's the one who created the assignment for the mnemonic device. I really liked all of my teachers, even the ones that everyone hated. She was one of those teachers that no one really liked. So while most of the kids made mnemonics out of their favorite thing or family member's name, I used my needlework pen to create each letter of her name and make the mnemonic. So Mrs. Weiss. It's not like I didn't have a favorite thing or family member that I could have done the project with, but I specifically chose her name because I knew the kids didn't like her. I wanted her to feel nice, not expecting a good grade or anything in return. As she hung them up on the wall, the students were walking through and reading them. Excuse me. I overheard a girl whisper to her friend that I was a kiss-ass for making mine for the teacher. Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was thinking about how I could use this assignment to make someone feel good about themselves without anything in return. I am an emotional person. I'm not going to deny that. When it comes to the love languages, I can't give out words of affirmation to people regularly, even if they're on my own personal tier list. Why? Well, it's because I'm too emotional. If I try to tell someone with my words how I appreciate them, it gets sappy, maybe misconstrued, a little misinterpreted. So when it gets sappy like that, that's when people run away. An example of that is in college, I wrote a song for an old boyfriend and sang it to him, and he broke up with me. I mean, I don't know if the song was any good. I don't really remember it, to be honest. But I don't know if that's why he broke up with me, but it's just kind of, one of those things. Again, in high school, I wrote a story and gave someone the only copy I had. It was handwritten, and after I gave it to them, I never heard from them again. And it probably ended up in the trash, to be honest. There was one time that sticks out in my mind that I felt truly appreciated. I don't know why this sticks out in my mind, but I remember it a lot and fondly. I wrote a song for myself. This was probably, I want to say I was 15 or 16 years old. It wasn't inspired by anyone or anything other than it was something I wanted to write for myself. I was practicing that song. I wasn't practicing that song. I was practicing a different song at the piano one day, and my brother came through asking me to play the one I wrote. Now, that in any other circumstance would just be like, oh, he just asked you to play the one you wrote. Except I think the thing that really stuck out with me is that since I didn't have a name for it yet, he couldn't refer to it by name, and I've written a couple songs. He hummed out a couple bars of what he wanted to hear. I think hearing somebody or hearing someone else get excited about my art was one of the best compliments I've ever received. Maybe this moment stands out because it happened while I was young and still forming those precious synapses in my brain. Maybe it came from a person I had a very complicated history with. Or maybe this is a love language that I don't understand. I guess him humming out the tune could be considered an act of service, but I really don't think it falls into the tonal message of that particular love language. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of air that out. I just was thinking about, some of the things that I used to do for people that were maybe misconstrued or, just seen as weird, I guess. So if you want to let me know in the comments what you think about what I was talking about, just let me know, because sometimes I feel like with these sorts of things, I feel really alone in that, like, why do I feel this way? Why do I have to do it like this? Or, can't I just be normal or something like that? But anyway, I don't know, maybe this video isn't the next viral TikTok dance or hot YouTube drama, but I hope the message gets through to at least one person watching this. Because really, in a world that's constantly moving, it would be nice if we could just slow down and appreciate each other a little more. We're so quick to cancel and hurt one another for our own selfish interests, and, even just move around the world for our own selfish interests. There's so much road rage out there, and I know that this video isn't about road rage specifically, but it is about a state of mind. If you're, constantly thinking about yourself and, oh, this person harmed me, blah, 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 I don't know. I'm not innocent of all of this either. It was just something that has been kind of on my mind lately, but let me know what you think. And if you've stuck around with me this long in this video, these videos that I've been showing here are like really old. I just kind of wanted to bring them back up because, I don't know, I have these little weird states of mind that I go into where I'm just like, this sounds like it would be an interesting thing to do. And right now I'm painting acrylic over a picture I made of well, a picture that I took of a ladybug under a scanning electron microscope. And I don't know, I thought it was kind of cool, and it was like a little bit of mixing science with, art, which I try to do sometimes. But anyway, again, if you've stuck with me this long, for a shameless plug, I did want to let you know that my new book, Reaper's Gamble, is now up for pre-order. And I'm really excited about this. The cover art, I just love the cover art. It was done by another YouTuber here. His name is Pitch Canker. I know I've linked him before, but I can't say enough about how great. I just love the cover art. I feel like it really embodies what I was going for. And I will also link the pre-order down below. But just so you know, if you do have Kindle Unlimited, I am listing it on Kindle Unlimited for the first 90 days after release. So it's going to be out on June 24th or 25th. I honestly can't remember which date I picked. But regardless, on that day is when it's going to be released onto Kindle Unlimited. So pick it up for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. Otherwise, I would love to hear your thoughts on my story. If you want to pick it up either in Kindle, it's only $6.99. Paperback is $13.99. I would love to hear your feedback on it, because every bit of feedback I get is just an opportunity for me to improve. So anyway, this is book 1 out of 3, and I would love to hear feedback so I can, if I need to improve anything in the next 2 books, I would like to do that. But anyway, so check out the links below. I am thankful that you guys sat here and listened to me ramble on about this. And I did also want to let you know that I probably will be doing a couple more commentary type videos such as this, just because I haven't really had the time to make a ton of soap. So I don't, and I apologize for that. I just, been working on this book and like the next books in the series and everything else that goes along with it, that it just takes up so much of my time. Like every minute I'm spending, I'm either writing or, spending family obligations or, doing stuff like this. So anyway, since I already have this content, and I do have a lot of thoughts rolling around in my head, I may do a couple videos like this before I get back into the soap making. So just so you know, but I do appreciate you being here. I thank you for your likes and subscribes and all that good stuff. And yeah, I will catch you in the next one. So see you later.